pretty?
Yeah.
These are the ones we don't sell. So some chickens lay very large eggs and they don't even fit in the carton. And these ones are the young chickens just coming on. They have pullets and they haven't gotten full size yet. So we take home the too large and the too small, and the ones that are all the right size go into the cartons that we sell. This is our too large and too small.
Okay.
So we don't pack these. These are the ones we take home or we trade with friends for different things.
Mm-hmm.
Friends and family eggs.
Okay.
Eventually, when we have lots and lots, these little ones, when they come on, it's because the hen is young. And when they're full grown, they'll be a little bigger. It's possible this could have 2 yolks. It's so big.
Wow.
Yeah. Some of our large eggs are double yolks.
And Jim, we grew our own corn for the first time this year, dry corn. So here's some blue corn, and we're nixtamulating it right now. See?
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're doing there. I've done this in Mexico, in Michoacan.
I have lots of ideas, but they don't necessarily have anything to do with what he wants.
Yeah, well, you're
that.
you're the artist.
Yeah, my ideas are how to make pretty things out of the cherry wood, and he's like, he doesn't want to stop and make pretty things out of the cherry wood.
You know we just got land, don't you, for these chickens?
No, I know just fragments, so I don't have an understanding of the narrative or.
That's pretty much all we know too.
Yeah.
We're fragment.
On when we met, which I'm guessing was somewhere around 2002, 2003.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Our kids were in grade school.
Maybe.
We were living up there. We left Holden in 2005. So we took the poetry workshop with you probably 2003.
Okay, and then One Wheel you came out in
2002, just before, as we were going up to Holden.
as you were going up to Holden.
No, wait a minute, it must have been 2003, because we left in 2005.
Okay.
The bride was 2002.
Yeah. And then it came out published 2000.
Well, we can see.
Well, we left Holden in 2005. We were there 2 years. It must have been 2003.
Okay. Wow.
And then you helped me with the Straight Into Gay America book after that.
That's okay. That's my that's the piece I didn't have quite
And that
right.
one came out in 2006.
Okay.
Okay, Jen, why don't you turn on the camera?
We're going to see if this one's double.
We'll see if that's a
Okay.
double. I'm guessing it's a single.
Okay. Wait a second now. Let's. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do a test here.
Okay.
Dan's betting on that one.
I'm betting on this one.
Are you ready?
Okay.
This is the one I'm going to say maybe
Yeah,
it might be a double.
Perfect.
Dan's betting on-
Okay.
I'm betting on this one right here.
Okay.
Go ahead, Andy.
Wow.
All
What
right.
story
This
time?
one, because it's a little longer and thinner, I think has a possibility.
Oh, you
It was. It was.
Yes.
Yay.
All right, here we go. Single. You win.
One.
Well, we might as well just start talking, huh?
Yeah.
I've certainly wondered too about the viability of the way we do things.
Yeah.
And for me, this is actually something that makes me feel great. On a personal scale, it lets me be involved in something that, like, you know, if we lived this way, if we said, oh my gosh, how can we reduce, reuse, recycle, and do all this stuff as effectively as possible, like, that's a beneficial way to live. And along with that, we're producing, like, these eggs that I have fun stories about the eggs. This woman who said, you keep those hens happy because I need those eggs. And another person sees us and says, I'm addicted to those eggs. And the first ever really great comment, they're often out of these eggs at the store. We can't really keep up. But we brought a case in, Ann and I did. And this woman came in, she was following us the whole way in. She saw us bring those eggs in. and she says, I purchased inferior eggs. I would like a dozen of yours. So we hand her the dozen. And as we're leaving the store, the guy holds up the other dozen that she had returned. So, so it is nice that, that all this food that otherwise is just, it's being wasted.
Yeah.
So we're coming past River Walk in here.
What's that river? That's the...
This is the Chelan River, actually, and it's just a couple blocks long. And so Lake Chelan is right up there.
Oh,
you can see it on the other side of the bridge.
I knew the lake was right there. I did not know that was about the Chelan River.
So this is the River Walk in. They serve an amazing breakfast. They're really conscious about the kinds of food they use and make. And when we have enough eggs, they want to buy ours too. And there's the buckets in the back where they bring the food out at the end of the day. I pick it up and then I bring the empty buckets back.
So we're not getting anything from them today
They're
either.
closed during the week. The next place we're going is Campbell's Restaurant, but they were the first place that we asked and they said yes, and so for a couple of years we've been getting food from them every single day.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything from bread rolls to leftovers from fruit bars or breakfast bars and all kinds of things. These are the boxes from yesterday from one of the grocery stores. There's all different kinds of food that we have here.
Wow, these are all for us?
Yeah.
You need me to go to work.
Yeah, like there's cabbage, right?
Yeah.
So cabbage was just cut up yesterday. There's all kinds of food here. We'll look at it more closely. Hey there. How are you?
Fantastic, how are you?
Good. So this is my buddy Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Jim is making a little video about
I
the
see
eggs.
that.
Yeah.
Where's my disclaimer, Jim?
Yeah.
Do you want to be? You okay being on the little video? Or
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. So.
All right.
So this is all the produce going in. And Callie here is, Callie, you've been involved in vegetables for like how many years? Like forever.
Well, that'll age me, so we're not going to do that, but a very long time.
A lot of years of veggies.
Yeah.
How many
They
eggs
sell like crazy.
do they?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you have a regular customer,
Oh, yeah,
bank
yeah.
of customers
Absolutely.
loyal to these eggs, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And I know many people that are, so.
So,
You know, I run the fruit stand in the summertime. We can't keep them in stock, so.
Wow.
But these chickens are really temperamental, you know. Too hot, they won't lay eggs. Too cold, they won't lay eggs.
And then food that is just not going to keep in the house anymore. Like it's perfectly good.
Yeah.
You see that when we get up there, but it wouldn't last that long in your
Yeah.
house. That's all. Everything on that cart there is going up to the chickens.
here?
That whole cart goes to.
This cart here?
That's chicken food.
Oh, wow. All those oranges,
Yeah,
lemons,
that's a good
eggplant.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's
Wow.
4 days.
Here's where the eggs go. See, we're right here in the corner. So, yeah, so we just put these in and folks will take them. So this one needs to go up front because that's the one from a couple days ago. But eggs actually have a 45-day sell-by date. That gives us a lot of time, but I don't think eggs ever go more than like 2 or 3 days before someone takes them home.
Wow.
Made by an uncaged hen.
Yeah, can I trust that when I see that?
Yes, it's a little tricky, okay? So what it means is they're not living in those little tiny cages, right, that are so terrible, right? So these guys are uncaged. So they can run around indoors. That's what that means.
Okay.
They're indoors all the time.
Okay.
Then there's what's called free range. That's the next level up, and it means there's an open door that they can go out into a small area, a free range chicken. But they're not like just able and living outside all the time. Then there's pasture raised, which our chickens are, and that's where they're living outdoors all the time on the pasture. So this is the food that you and I are buying.
Okay.
Right in the back there, you saw all the boxes that Callie is working on to bring them out here. Okay. Then when they've been out here for a while, then she has to take them off while they're still good, because you never want to buy a piece of bad food, right? So it actually comes off when it's completely good and edible.
Yeah.
Put in a box, we get it that day or the next morning, and bring it up to the chickens and feed them right away.
150 dozen, is that a day?
When we have our 3,000 chickens?
Yeah.
I'm hoping in that range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, what is it now? What do you got?
Right now, the 500 chickens, we're getting about 15 dozen a day right now.
Okay.
Actually, we get a little bit more, but we get smalls and larges. We probably get 18 dozen a day now.
So that's what we're gonna collect up here now,
Yes.
right?
We'll pick those up today. In the springtime, that number should go up when we start to get more light, a little more heat, a little more temperature, and also that's the season when chickens think, oh, it's time to lay eggs.
Okay.
And we're actually keeping them laying during the winter by providing them some extra light.
Did you say?
15 or 16 hours a day. So-
Required.
yeah, because in the springtime, like in the winter, why would you have a baby chick, right? You're bringing a baby chick into this cold environment. There's less food, all that stuff, right? So springtime would be the best time to have a baby chick. And how are you going to know when it's springtime? The sun comes back.
Yeah.
And so when you hit the 15, 16 hours of light, then the chickens, they go into their maximum production. So we'll be seeing an uptick in production now as spring comes. But if we didn't have light on them now, we'd have far less eggs. And it's called broodiness. When a hen lays on an egg, she's gone broody.
Yeah.
There's an actual hormone change that happens, and you almost can't get that chicken off the eggs for 21 days.
Ah, okay. I knew I didn't have the language
So
for
the
that.
commercial folks, they bred that out of chickens. They don't want that characteristic, right? They want the eggs to go to people. So these chickens, there's a couple factors in these chickens, but it's been bred out of them. So they don't tend to lay on an egg. Whereas the chickens that we have from Iceland, it's a special breed, they tend to want to lay on eggs. So commercial chickens don't tend to go broody. The other thing about these chickens is that they're a cross. They took, the white egg that you get from a white leghorn, they took it and they crossed it with something like a Rhode Island red chicken. And so it's a hybrid. And just like plants have hybrid vigor,
Yeah.
this breed of chicken called a red sex-link or a golden comet, they have different names. They produce over 300 eggs a year.
Wow.
So these guys, when we come up with the food, they're pretty excited. They gather right up here and they wait to see what we bring them. And the nice thing is, there's usually something different for them every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes they even get pomegranates. This is a big day, but we have had days we've had to have this back down and tie the stuff on the back, the food, because we get so much. You were asking how much food does a chicken eat? You and I, we eat about 2,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
Those little chickens there, they eat 500 calories a day, so they go through a lot of food.
Okay.
But here, this is from the grocery department, or the produce department at the Red Apple. And, look at this here. It's like lettuce, broccoli, potatoes, pears, apples. There's some nice grapes. They love grapes. Oh, look at, they're gonna get grapes today.
And the chickens know this is on the way here. They're.
Look at them, they're standing right there. They're feed me. Okay, I'm gonna toss them some grapes. They have fun with that, so here we go. There they go. Hear their feet? They're traipsing over there. Here's some more, guys. Let's have the soil bacteria talk. You want to have the soil bacteria talk? Okay, so soil bacteria are really at the center of life. And oftentimes we don't think about that. But if you look at the compost pile down there, and the chickens are on top of it, that compost pile, in every tablespoon, there's 1 billion bacteria. And as soon as they come upon, some of these food scraps, they start to eat them. They decompose them. And what they make out of that bacteria, what they give off is fertilizer, is nutrition for plants. So the plants can't really live without those soil bacteria breaking down old leaves, old food, whatever it is. And then off comes fertilizer, nitrates that the plants use. The plants grow up, the animals eat the plants and the animals, they live. When they die, the soil bacteria again. So this is like the cycle of life, and the core of it is soil bacteria. And a really interesting fact is that your gut, where we digest food, it's basically the same as soil bacteria. So we're just like a walking around compost pile. We carry that inside of us. Here, it's the outside. All of these chickens, inside of them, they're composting the food, they're digesting it. Their manures, great food for the soil bacteria. So here, rather than anything being a waste, if you go to a chicken factory, the manure is a huge waste problem. If it gets in the water, you've got water pollution. If it goes down into the soil, into the water table, you've got soil pollution, water pollution. Here, everything is a benefit. The pile on the left is wood chips that we brought in from the tree services. And we mix that in with the leftover food, the manures, everything here from the yard. And it's the middle of winter, it doesn't look very appetizing or anything, but all of that gets mixed into that pile. And in the spring or early summer, that's garden soil. It's another piece that's, for me, it's a really satisfying, important, intriguing piece of being able to do this, is we've actually got the whole cycle of life going right here. Left.
Oh,
You got a cat.
I wondered if it was
Here, Eddie.
I wondered if it was a chicken.
Eddie, you just jumped up on Jim's shoulder, huh?